Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome to our KRS Studios.
Thank you very much.
As we all know him as the dynamic Supreme Sphero and the father to the many students of T-Spheris, a founder of Spheroism, he is none other than our beloved secretary of T-Spheris, Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar sir, IPS Garu.
Thank you very much for all the kind words.
Sir, as a part of this, I want to interview you.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, what was the motivation for you?
Motivation to do what? Motivation to join social welfare?
No, sir. For IPS.
So to join IPS, of course, every student would like to wear a uniform and then go and travel in cars and
Yes,
then
sir.
earn good money, then stay in a nice home and then wield a little bit of power. So I thought, and then more than anything else, we had very good seniors in the campus who are preparing very hard, who are working day and night and then achieving a lot of successes. And whenever they used to come to campus, so they used to come in cars. So I was feeling so fascinated by their, the way they dress, the way they wear shoes, and then the way they come with a lot of, people, and then their cars, and then with red light on. So all that fascinated me. So I thought, if at all we have to do any job, so we must do a job like that. So that's what brought me into IPS. But it was not that easy.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. How would you motivate your team behind these conflicts and obstacles, sir?
Motivating team is not an easy thing, but you have to set an example. So for example, if you come at 9:30 and then if you come to your office at 9:30 every day and then you ask your team to come at 8, it's not possible. First you have to come at 7:30, then you can ask the team to come at 9 or 8. So you should be always ahead of others to motivate the team. Then you should be, if you want everybody to be an intellectual, then first you should be an intellectual. If you want everybody to be a fashion designer, first you should know what is fashion.
Yes.
So if you want to be everyone to live like a role model, then you should also be a model. First you should be a model. Then only you can ask others to be a model. So I think the true motivation to any team or true management of any team comes from setting an example. You should be an example. So then only others will follow. So managing conflicts is not a difficult thing. At the same time, it's not an easy thing. So the most important thing in any management of conflict is what is the goal? What is your ultimate goal? So if you know what is your ultimate goal, then managing conflicts is very easy. Suppose you and I fight, okay? So then suppose if you are parents, then we have children. If you don't have an idea about what you should make your children, where your children have to go. So if you don't have idea, then you and I keep fighting. Father and mother, they keep fighting, but they don't think about children. If teachers, if they go to a classroom or a principal and then teachers are always fighting every day. So you are wearing that saree, I am wearing this saree, and then you are coming late, I am coming late, and one day I came late, today you came late, and then you are asking me. So children like you, children don't like me. So and then we tutu mai. So every day you start fighting with each other. You fight with each other and then there is conflict everywhere because you don't have any focus on the ultimate goal. So what is your focus as a teacher, as a principal? What is your ultimate goal? You should take care of the children. You should make them as role models. You should take them to a different world because they are from poor sections.
Yes.
So to manage a conflict, what you should know is what is your ultimate goal? Is the goal very supreme? Is the goal very sacred? Is the goal very difficult? So if yes, you and I, father and mother, the teacher and lecturer, so principal and the lecturer, all of us, how can we work as teams? So if you have clarity on your goals, I think conflicts you can manage very easily.
Okay, sir. From your answer, I am asking, what was your present goal?
My present goal is to make my daughters and then sons. I have 2 biological children, one son and one daughter. But by virtue of being a secretary of this great institution, so I have almost 120,000, so 1,20,000 daughters and then 80,000 sons. So my goal is to make everyone, all these 2 lakh children as greatest people. So greatest mothers, greatest wives, greatest husbands, greatest lecturers, greatest scientists, greatest bureaucrats, greatest businessmen, businesswomen, and greatest politicians. So and then not just India, but I want them to go to every part of the world and then spread the seeds of Spheroism. That is my goal.
Okay, sir. So how you are being dynamic?
Secret of my dynamism is my own children. So whenever I see people like you, I get more energy. I become very younger. Then the secret of my health is I'm very fitness freak. I run every day. Then last night I ran for about 6 kilometers. And today also I'll try to do something. And then I don't think too much about anything else. Only my health and then my future, then my children's future. I think that. And I'm another weakness I have is I read a lot. I keep reading.
Is that
about,
his weakness, sir?
I think it is my weakness. Because if you want to kill Praveen Kumar, don't give him books. So reading books is my weakness and then my strength as well. So that's my weakness. In my toilets also you find my books, and then in my car you find books, in my bedroom you find books. So dining hall, we have books everywhere, unfortunately.
It is unfortunate.
That's my weakness. So
Okay, sir, finally, give us an advice to be IPS as you.
I don't want you to become just an IPS officer, or
Some people want to.
yeah, some people, yeah. So first is having a goal is very good in life. It's very important, but at the same time you must work hard to realize that goal. So just writing an IPS as a name, as a suffix to name, or dreaming about wearing uniform and then going to a car and then taking one AK-47 and all, it's good, it's a dream. But to realize that dream, you need to really, really work very, very hard. So you need to read as many newspapers as possible, write all that you read in the newspapers on a piece of paper, and then discuss with your colleagues, then discuss with your teachers, and then try to find out the new perspectives, and then write as briefly as possible, and write as legibly, as beautifully as possible, and then write faster. So because civil services won't give you that much time, you have to write within 10 minutes. You should be able to write about 500 words or something like that. So you need to write faster, but you need to organize your thoughts in a very proper fashion, and then you need to read a lot of newspapers and then discuss with a lot of colleagues. I think once you are in a good company of people who do the same thing like what I have just said, so I think no force on the earth can stop you from becoming an IPS officer. You will definitely become an IPS officer. If not IPS, somebody will become an IAS or something. Definitely will become something in your life. That has been all my friends who did the same thing that I have just told. So all of them are in great positions in life. Some of them are IAS officers, some of them are IPS, some of them are IRS, IRTS officers, many of them are IRS, and some of them become scientists, and some of them are politicians as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed talking to you, and that you are such a great host. Thank you. All the best to Kairos. Thank you.